Good Monday morning. This is Dr. Karanja again, welcoming you to Breakfast with the President. Today's format is going to be a little bit different, and here to help me is Dr. Souza, who is really the director of this program. So he's going to be helping us as we celebrate these 200 episodes. I'm so grateful for you, Dr. Souza, for coming up with this idea and where we have been in this journey. Welcome, Dr. Souza.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Karanja, and welcome to this very special episode, as Dr. Karanja mentioned, celebrating 200 episodes, Dr. Karanja. It's a long road.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is.
Yes, and what we're going to do is we're going to split the celebration into 3 episodes. In this first one, we're going to talk about the past, about the history of Beulah Heights University. On the second one, about what is currently happening at Beulah Heights. And the last one, we'll talk about the future of Beulah Heights University.
Right.
All right. Okay, so Dr. Karanja, let's get started talking about Beulah. I have some questions here that I would love you to answer, and I'm sure that it's going to contribute a lot to our audience.
Okay.
So, Dr. Karanja, when you look back at the history of Beulah Heights University, what do you believe were the defining moments that shaped the institution as it is today?
Thank you. Beulah Heights, let me say that Beulah Heights have been in this place in the same address. I think I've talked about that before. On the same address, at the same street of Barn Street in the east of Atlanta for more than 107 years. It has a huge history. But as I said earlier, and as you can just do research, Beulah Heights was born out of the Souza Street revival. The Souza Street revival was going on in California, and it went on for almost 3 years. And the folks, or the founders of Beulah Heights, Brother and Sister Berth, they were told there was this revival, and they were encouraged to attend that revival, but they didn't. As you can start thinking about those days, the person that was leading revival in the Souza Street was a black man, and the founders are white people. They didn't feel like. At those time, you remember 1918, that was a long time. The country was not the same as it is today. They ended up going to the Souza Street. When they came back, they were on fire. They owned this property and said, from now on, we're going to give this property to train leaders. And their mission was to train leaders and send them to South America, send them to Africa, particularly Kenya, send them to India. And they built station in Kenya, they built a station in India, and also in Brazil. Looking at it today, think about it. I'm seated here with Dr. Souza, and the people, he's from Brazil, he's from South America.
Yeah.
So you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
Who would have thought that we were sending leaders there to come and train? Now we're importing those leaders to come to United States to do what we're doing. God is amazing God. So the movement of the Souza Street revival is the one that really brought the birth of Beulah Heights University. Started as a Beulah Heights Bible Institute to where it is right now, training leaders for the ministry and the marketplace. Yes.
And when you mention this, Dr. Karanja, training leaders for the ministry and the marketplace, I think it has to do with the mission of the university.
Exactly.
Yes. And can you tell us a little bit more, how does this mission is connected with the origin, with all the previous history of Beulah Heights.
Right.
I think you have just mentioned how it influenced this mission.
Right.
Yes.
Because the whole thing is too connected, because their thinking, which is to our thinking today, was to train the leaders for the ministry.
Yes.
And sending them to go and do the ministry. But as things continue to grow, we realize that the ministry is not only standing behind the pulpit and preaching. Ministry is bigger than that. And therefore, that's how Beulah Heights now, we started degrees such as leadership, business. And we now have we're going to have aviation. We're going to have fashion design and even the prison ministry. What we just found is that I can be a good banker, but be trained as a Christian, or being trained with the values that the founders and that align our vision, I will serve the people differently rather than being trained in another university, just training how to make money and all that. Beulah Heights is beyond just making money. It's just about ministry for the ministry and the marketplace. And the marketplace, sometimes people ask, what is marketplace? Marketplace is what you do. Is what you're doing, whether you're a teacher, whether you're doing in the bank, whether you're just producing things, whether you're cleaning house, that's the marketplace where you go.
Beulah offers degrees, for example, as the business programs. They offer from associate to doctoral levels. Now we have just launched the Doctor of Business Administration. And I think all of these people that are going to the marketplace, they will carry the core values of Beulah Heights that is built upon this the Christianity, about being Christian, about the Christian values.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let me give you a very simple story, which is phenomenal. There was a professor or a student who had come from China. He and his wife, they came to Georgia Tech to do postgraduate work. That is about PhD in research, in chemistry and the rest of them. And then they came to a church, North Avenue Presbyterian Church, which is my church, and they came there to do English as a second language. And the husband was baptized and became a Christian. Then he was so touched by the Christianity that he wanted to take classes. So we offered him a scholarship to come and study the Bible at Beulah Heights while he was doing his work at Georgia Tech. When he came here, because of the language, he couldn't follow up the professor. So the wife of one of our elders came and sat with him in the class every single day, taking notes for him and then helping him. That man, when he went back to China, he started, I understand about 5 years ago, he had started more than 120, what they call in China, the house churches. No one, even if we had to send missionaries to go to China to start something like that, it can never happen. Because you can't know the language, you don't know how to do it. But he is from China. He knows about it. He was being trained as a physicist in Georgia Tech, but God captured his heart. And he sent him to do the ministry in the marketplace. That's what Beulah Heights is. That's how unique Beulah Heights is. And that's what excites me.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. That's how how you spread the word and
Yeah.
spread the mission of
Exactly,
Beulah Heights.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. All right, so I would like you to stay tuned. So for next week, we're going to keep this conversation and we are going to talk about Beulah Heights today.